All right, well, we have something new today. This is my first review of a Pantasy set. Just like every other video on this channel, it's not sponsored. I haven't joined the LAN, the PAN, the fan, whatever. I haven't joined any ambassador networks. We kind of joke about that. But yeah, I purchased this with my own money. I've never bought a Pantasy set before, but wanted to try them out. And I've never really had a set that really jumped out at me before. This one kind of did, just because the build looked kind of fun, and apparently it's got like some GBC elements. And it kind of looks like it goes down these, like that's kind of cool. But I've always been curious about like the quality of the sets and everything. I have watched some reviews of like Jason Bricks and 5 has done some reviews, and a few other channels. But he's one I would definitely trust to give an honest opinion. So I have no idea what to expect in here. I don't know if they do printed instructions or if I'm going to have to scan a QR code or something. It's been a while since I've even watched a review. This is a pretty small booklet, especially compared to like the Lumibrick sets I've been getting. Oh, wow. Okay, so this is like a... I wonder if there's a peel on. It looks like there is a peel, but I'll do that later. That's kind of cool. Huh. Okay, actually, that looks like that's a 1. Like this is book 1, so maybe there are more books in here. Wow. Yeah, this is a really small book compared to the Funhole Lumibrick sets I've been building. Okay, so it looks like we build that far in this book, maybe. Yeah, so there's definitely going to be more books in here. Looks like we do have numbered bags, so that's always a plus. So that's 8, 11. Let me dig through here and see if I can find the other books. I'm not seeing it. Maybe I'll just have to dump all this out. This sucks, but okay. I guess these are pieces of a figure. That is a big head. Okay, so it looks like we got book 2 here. And is that stickers? No, I actually have seen this in a Lumibricks set, where they'll have a extra little thing. If there's a mistake in the instructions, instead of reprinting these from start to finish, they'll just insert a page like this, and it'll have like an alternate 526 apparently. I actually don't mind that. That's less wasteful. I mean, ideally, you won't make mistakes before going to print, but it happens. So I'm okay with that. So maybe this is the last book. Oh yeah, there's some of the other sets. Some of them are pretty cool. I mean, maybe the computer one would be one that I would be interested in. Maybe the jukebox. But okay, so yeah, this looks like it's going to be the end. Yeah, and this one, I think it has a motor. So we've got some kind of USB-C plug there. So that will be interesting. So as I start building and get into it, and maybe when I get the motor going, I'll kind of try to record some footage as I go and see how things go. I keep saying go, so I guess I better go and start building. Okay, so we're currently on bag 3, I think. So we're getting things built here. Already noticed a couple things. One, these big plates, they're kind of bowed down a little bit. It's hard to get on camera. Maybe I did get a clip before I put them all together. Maybe it shows a little better. I don't think that's going to be a problem. The other thing I noticed is the colors. That's brown. You kind of have to guess from the pieces you have. Because, I mean, that definitely looks more of a tan color. I don't know about that. It's kind of weird. Okay, so now we've got I've already installed the motor, which is this guy. And then you've got this little box here that's kind of a breakout box that goes from USB-C to these little connectors. These gears, they just, they don't mesh very well. Let me see. All right, let me turn my thing here. I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but like when I was turning them by hand and kind of playing with it, like they're already, yeah, we've already got, I guess that doesn't matter as much. I think that's just a decorative thing, these. But yeah, just the way they meshed together just felt a little clunky compared to what I'm used to. These little 8-tooth gears, you can see those are kind of the newer mold where they go all the way over. And then these two, I don't know if you'll be able to see those. Yeah, they're the older mold. I guess that's the only way I know how to describe it, is the new and old molds for the Lego gears. But looking at the instructions, it looked like these were supposed to go there and these were supposed to go there. Like I said, I think this is decorative, so it's not as important, so whatever. Yeah, just some of the things that have kind of tripped me up so far. Like I said, the colors with the manual are a little tough sometimes. But look, that's the thing with Lego. That's the thing with just about anything. I don't remember having as many issues with Lumi bricks, but it's just one of those things. So anyways, all right, yeah, I'm going to keep building, and we'll see how this all comes together. All right, well, here it is. The Pantasy Gold Mine GBC. I don't remember what it's called. Yeah, I'm digging these gold GBC balls. That's kind of cool. Not something I've seen before. I guess like this little chute here is for like adding the balls, I guess. So yeah, this actually was kind of a lot of fun to build. There's a lot of rock work, like especially up through the back here and all that. So that was a little tedious, but mostly because of the colors, like I mentioned before. Like it's hard to tell the browns and tans apart. But you know, in the end, I got there. I guess, yeah, so these are the figures. I didn't even build them. I'm not gonna worry about building. I thought I would, but apparently it comes with 3 and an odd assortment of extra pieces. Like after each bag, I would have extra pieces, and I'd look back and flip through. Like I never found. I mean, these are. How could I miss putting these somewhere? I don't know. These are extra, but that's fine, because I mean, normally you would get some extras. You know, you would get the whole sprue and then use the ones that you use. A random wheel. Is it like go with a minifigure or something? I have no clue. Anyways, so let's see the thing run. So we've got the little battery box back here, or not a battery box. It basically just takes a USB-C and then has a plug for the motor. So let's see how well. I got to turn on my thing. See how well this works. I did a little bit of testing with it. The main problem is that the balls tend to get stuck on that little section there. But I mean, this table's probably not completely level, so that could definitely be part of the problem. But see, yep, that's usually what happens, is they start getting stuck, and then they'll just kind of pile up right there. So help them along a little bit. Oh, I already dropped one. Let's see, I don't want to lose that ball. Oh no. Okay. And then it seems like just about every time the first ball always gets stuck, or maybe not the first one, but there's always a ball stuck there. So maybe I'll look into that to try to remedy the situation. But, you know, like I said, in the beginning, I was kind of worried about, like, the gears, the way they meshed together. It just didn't feel quite right. But it seems to be fine. It seems to be pretty quiet, really, all things considered. You know, I'm happy with it. We've even got a ball up here in the little cage, and the crane. I love all the little details. I like this stuff was fun to build. A lot more fun than the kind of repetitive rock work all the way up. There's a lot of that. Like the first like 7 bags, it seems like. But once you get on to the second book, that's when you kind of start on kind of the structure of things, and it's a little more fun to build those. There are a few kind of fiddly things like the little bars up in there and everything. I don't mind it. I mean, it looks good, but I mean, like, I guess I'd just prefer like the kind of ready-made support pieces that kind of have the little trusses and everything. But it's fine. It is what it is. We got a big water tower up here. I do like the little cabin thing there, and there are details inside. Too bad it's not Lumi bricks, because all that would be lit up. But maybe that's something they'll do in the future. Like that little USB-C box in the back has 2 plugs on it. So, you know, one could go to the motor, and then you could have another one that goes to light. So maybe that's something they're looking into. The balls do kind of jump out a little bit as they're coming down. So like maybe this is just out of alignment a little bit. Like maybe that's kind of what that's for. Kind of a stop. But it's not quite in the right position for that. But yeah, that doesn't... Okay, so this was pretty cool. You build it flat, and then you kind of roll it around, and then it's connected in 3 points here, here, and then on the other side. I don't know if I've actually ever built a set that had a round build like that before. I've seen that building technique for sure. A lot of times I think it just started with 1x2 bricks and 1x1 round bricks. And that was kind of the original way people would build round things. But I've never actually had that in a set where I had to kind of build a round structure. So I thought that was cool. Like I think it's I don't think it's something Lego would do. Maybe they have. It just seems like they wouldn't, because they would think maybe kids would have trouble with it or something. I don't know. If they have, for sure, let me know. We got our little sign here, so we had the peel on it, so it came nice and clear. All of these, there was no stickers. All of these are printed. There wasn't a ton of them. We got a no smoking sign apparently. But yeah, no stickers, which is cool. There's some details in here, which you won't really see because of the way it's built. But still nice that they're there. Some dynamite, and all that. There's the ball. Don't want to lose that. So, that's, I guess, about it. It works pretty well. I like that it's USB powered. So this will go on the shelf with all my Lumibrick sets, and I already have like a big USB power distribution thing, so I can just kind of run a USB-C cable to it, and anytime I want to run it, I just hit the button. Well, this thing I have to turn on, but yeah, just hit the button, and it will do its thing. Maybe I could add lights to it. I don't know if I'll end up worrying with that or not. I think like maybe I could take some of these off so it's less often that it picks up a ball, because it comes with, I believe, 6 balls, not including this one, but they all seem to go at once, like they'll be stacked together like that. So maybe I'll make it a little more spaced out, and that might be a little better. Every once in a while it'll hitch a little bit. I don't know if it's getting caught at the bottom or at the top. I really didn't have to do any like adjustment, you know, to keep it from binding or hitching or anything. It just worked pretty well. And then of course we got this problem again. Oh. Oh, okay. I should just turn it off. So yeah, my first experience with Pantasy. The bricks fit together really well. It was about like a Lumi brick set, basically. I didn't really have any issues with clutch power not being enough or being too much. I've seen both in third-party sets. So from what I had heard from other channels, I kind of assumed they would be about on the level with Lumi bricks. And I would say with this set, they are. You got to remember, older sets, they might have had bricks sourced from other places. That's why I never make blanket statements like all Pantasy sets are going to be exactly like this, with printed tiles, no stickers and things, because those things change over the years. It seems like these companies are getting better, and I'm in favor of that. I think Lego needs good competition. So that's, I guess, all I can think to say. If you have any questions, be sure to ask them in the comments. And you can join our Discord. We talk a lot about Lego, third-party sets, trains, a little bit of GBC, Technic. I mean, we talk about everything there. So that's a good place to hang out. Huge thanks to the channel members for helping keep the lights on here. It definitely helps to keep things going and to keep some sets coming in. This was actually a Black Friday pickup, or maybe the day after, or whatever it was. You know, I found a few things on sale and went ahead and got them. So I'll have a couple more videos coming out soon. But this is the only Pantasy. That's the problem I've had with Pantasy, is that no sets have jumped out at me yet. So that's the only reason I hadn't reviewed a set yet. So anyways, thanks to everybody for watching. We'll see you in the next one.